What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Quick 60 Sports. Today, I'm going to give you an NFL update that the Minnesota Vikings are finalizing a deal to new head coach Kevin O'Connell, which is the Rams' offensive coordinator. He wasn't calling the plays. Obviously, McVay was calling the plays, but he actually was with the Redskins as well, with Kyle Shanahan, and McVay. And so he's been there. He was with, I believe the Browns as well for a little bit, and the 49ers. He's, I think, 36 years old, somewhere around there. So he's really young. And, I think that McVay is going to have a head coaching tree like Andy Reid and Bill Belichick. He's going to start having all his assistant coaches Val for and getting these interviews for head coaching jobs, and all of a sudden be head coaches around the league as well. He played in the NFL a little bit as well, I think, for the Chargers and Patriots, something like that. But you got to look out for the Minnesota Vikings. And, they made some noise. Kirk Cousins, he threw for quite a few yards as well. And let's take a look at their depth chart really quick. So here we go. Looking at the Minnesota Vikings, what kind of roster Kevin O'Connell's going to have. And you have to remember, I don't anticipate or think that Aaron Rodgers is going to be with the Packers. I didn't anticipate it, honestly, this past season either. If you go back and look at my NFL predictions before the season, I had predicted the Vikings to do rather well. And, they did as expected with Aaron Rodgers in the division. But if they were not to have Aaron Rodgers in the division, I think that they could have won the division. So now is their opportune time if Aaron Rodgers is in fact leaving the division or the NFC wholeheartedly. And so, you have Justin Jefferson. Honestly, KJ Osborne, he's serviceable. They're probably going to draft D.D. Westbrook. He's a free agent. They're probably going to have to draft another receiver as well, especially since O'Connell is an offensive guy. I anticipate them drafting a receiver. Their offensive line is decent. Darisaul's decent, but Bradbury's okay. You could probably get another right guard or right tackle here as well for offensive line purposes. Dalvin Cook, obviously. You have Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson. Those are studs there on the offensive side. You might have to upgrade, or they'll probably re-sign Tyler Conklin as well. He's a free agent. Looking at the defensive side, though, their secondary was very suspect, and they actually caused a lot of pressure. The defensive line was one of the best defensive lines in the NFL. However, they did have a lot of injuries. Dalvin Tomlinson, Sheldon Richardson were hurt quite often. Michael Pierce, I believe, was hurt as well. And so, that took a toll, but their defensive line is actually really, really good. And, they're losing Sheldon Richardson. Hopefully they can re-sign him. Anthony Barr, he's been here since almost the beginning of time from UCLA product. So hopefully they could re-sign Anthony Barr as well. Clearly their linebacking corps is going to be hurting if they lose Nick Vigil and Anthony Barr to free agency. They're going to have to plug and play somebody, as well as their secondary. Patrick Peterson, he's unrestricted free agent, so he's probably leaving. He's getting old anyway. And you got Alexander McKenzie leaving as well. So they're going to have to upgrade at corner as well. Corner and linebacker, I believe, is where they're going to need to upgrade. And they're going to have to keep their defensive line healthy if they want to stay in some games. So, they still got Harrison Smith patrolling, and one of the better strong safeties in the league. So I just want to give you a quick update on Kevin O'Connell, going to be the new head coach. Guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Kevin O'Connell and more specifically the Vikings roster for next year, going into next year, what they need to do in the draft. Speaking of the draft with the Rams, it's actually surprising. The Detroit Lions have the 32nd pick in the NFL draft, which I think is a first because, obviously they traded with the Rams, the Jared Goff, Matt Stafford trade. So the Detroit Lions will be picking 32nd overall in the NFL draft. So let me know what you think about that as well. I think I have the Liberty quarterback Willis going to the Lions in my mock draft. I'll post that later as well, my mock draft for all 32 teams in the first round. All right, guys, if you like my page, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And subscribe for more sport videos as well as health and fitness videos. All right, guys, till next time. Peace.